What's going on? Real Talk with JJ. Before I get into the video, I wanted to do a big thank you to recent subscribers. And all of you, I have hit 70 and I am very excited about that. I'm also going to be doing another one-take video, and I'm also going to make a thumbnail in this video too. I think it's going to be kind of fun. I do a lot of thinking when I'm driving or biking or in the shower. Those are my ideas, or when I'm going to the bathroom, like the 5th time at night, because I'm 53. Well, I've always gone to the bathroom a lot, but that's another thing. But I'm all about humor. I'm also about engaging. I love content that's raw and real. I love content that is very creative with lots of edits, as long as we can appreciate what us humans are doing behind the cameras and all that. Doom and gloom. And I'm gonna make a thumbnail in this video. I have been getting into YouTube and a lot of other creators, and I definitely am not a hater, and I'm not even gonna bring up the creator's name because I really like them. I'm subscribed to their channel, but lately it has been horrible because it's so, I think the video is maybe 25 minutes long, which is amazing because people are watching 25 minutes. That's like huge, right? The person's been around for a while. I think they've been doing YouTube for 16 years. But I wanted to mention something because I think we have to be very careful of this. And this kind of takes off from my solitude, or I did a lot about loneliness and solitude and how to shift gears. But this creator, I wanted to sit through it for 20 whatever minutes because I was really interested to see what's going to happen. I also love the engagement and all the comments, and there's some things here that might touch some nerves, so I am going to disclose that I'm not against or making any political stance on things, but I find it interesting. All right, so the first thing was about the world's not the same anymore, and it's definitely true. If you don't know what's happening, that means we might be jealous because you might be on a different planet or under the rock. So what I'm getting at here is, for 20 minutes, it was doom and gloom. I almost felt like it was conspiracy theorists. One of them was, this is part of my thumbnail experiment. One of them was in regards to everyone being unhappy. They disclosed how when they go to the store, no one's happy, everyone's mad. And I even had a video on that. True. Talked a lot about chemtrails and pollution. Some of it I couldn't understand because honestly it was kind of conspiracy theorist oriented, and that kind of sketched me out. And the comments, everyone in the comments, they were saying, they were basically talking about, so the world is hurting and the time will come. And I'm like starting to go, what's gonna come? Third World War in the making, maybe? And yes, let's pause for a second. I'm not here to be superficial. I'm not here to say, oh, everything's fine. You know, things are a little rough right now. We're living in historic times. Things are awful. A lot of you might know this. I work with teenagers. They don't even want to talk about it. They're really happy just to go in a room and play some music, because that's what I do and teach. And if they do talk about it, it's more like, can I sit in here during lunch? I don't feel safe, or there's political issues going on. So that's kind of wild. And there is a division, there is anger, there is people torn apart. Oh my gosh. But that video, the doom and gloom, was just more about, I miss the 70s, I miss the 80s, and I think that's fine. But the media, YouTube, creators, we do such a good job trying to sell things, show things that are extremely unfortunate, show things that are, don't worry, I'm a professional. I'm gonna pretend this is my YouTube cooking channel, by the way. I did a little extra for my thumbnail, but we are trying to engage. Everyone's trying to, I'm doing one take, sorry. I have a guy, he's really cool, but he has a motorcycle shop, and sometimes when they test ride the motorcycles, it gets a little interesting. What I was saying with the doom and gloom though, yeah, things are awful, but what I'm really worried about when I'm following this content creator, when they were mentioning about chemtrails and all that, someone else popped on there, and I think they had a science background. They're actually talking about the atmosphere. They were mentioning about how the heat in the earth, and it got kind of sciencey, but it wasn't chemtrails. So I think we have to be careful on misinformation, even if a person's venting. And this person definitely is suffering in a lot of ways, and I get that. That's why when I did some videos on trauma, I wanted to just touch upon it. And from my trauma, I'm benefiting from this, meaning there's some positive things. So I encourage myself, when you listen to, in this case, a creator, you have a right to question them, okay? And you have a right to think about how you want to overcome it. And do you think everything they're saying is correct? Because we're talking over 1,000 comments. For me, that's huge. And everyone was just saying, yeah, the world's messed up, things aren't going well. It was horrible. I don't know if the camera will follow me, but it was really dynamic and unfortunate. So my thumbnail is gonna be doom and gloom, and the flames are gonna be super big, maybe. Maybe just one flame, and then I'm just gonna screenshot it. What do you guys think? Well, we'll see, right? Do you know that when we get our news notifications, it's always negative? But do you know, for where I live locally, I live in Maine in the Northeast USA, there's been like mussel farms, and I don't know too much about it, but the good news is there's been enough sea life that's taking away from certain pollutions. I'm not a scientist. There's wind power now that's going to be hosting thousands of homes in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. And yes, if you don't like wind power, oh well, but it is a different type of action and it's good news. What else? Oh my gosh, the river, the Senile River, I think people can swim in it. It's been over 100 years. They're gonna have the Olympics. The Olympians can swim in the river. All right, so what do you guys think? Here's my thumbnail. Doom and gloom. You know, it'd be even better if my hair caught on fire. I don't know if it came through, but we'll find out. At least I'm being real here. So what other things I've been learning about? Renewable energy. And I'm not trying to say that, trying not taking a stance on just one thing. Oh, electricity is the only way to go, or gas. We just need to drill here. It's about being inventive, thinking of different ways. And that goes into solitude and finding the peace on what you have. For instance, my computer's starting to die on me. I think it's a graphics card issue, but right now it's not. So I am in peace with this working. It can be as simple as that. But the Senile River, that's pretty amazing. And the French people are able to go in there and swim. I mean, that's pretty epic. So when we create content, whether it's a quick little talk about this, or if it's something about that's really hard, like people who are doing content on Elon and Trump right now, I mean, their views are going through the roof and whatever. The getting like controversy is always big, but what's happening to our brains? And that's the reality of things. There's a lot of good happening in this world. And the negativity I can withstand, and that's what I wanted to leave with. So many people were convinced that the world is ending and he's gonna come for us, and that's fine. They're religious based, a lot of people in the comments, and I believe, you know, when I went to Haiti, so many people would go to religion for safety because there was nothing. I'm not against that, but I'm thinking, who's coming for us? And they're making sure that, and I might lose a subscriber, a viewer, a thumbs down. So I want to make it clear, I think spirituality is beautiful. I think religion's beautiful, but I'm not sure if I would buy into the fact that the creator is going to come and fix what man did. And I'm ignorant, but there is so much of that. And that wasn't my problem. The problem was, charcoal on my hand, but the problem is people have decided that things are just horrible. I never want to go out in public. It's horrible. And I'm an introvert, I get it. But we got to find good. It's not all doom and gloom. All right, one take. How did I do? It's going to get smoky. If you're still here, maybe put in the comments like closing crew. I'm just curious. If I was really rich, I'd send you a coupon for ice cream or something, but I could still do that. I could afford $5, maybe. But internet, what do I do? PayPal? All right, enough. Bye-bye. Doom and gloom. We're ending. Ah!